Hello, good morning. My name is Paola Mier, and today I'm going to be talking to you about mental health and how important it is from all ages and for your normal health in general. 17% of Mexicans have a mental health illness diagnosticated, and from 450 million people to 500 million people in the world have a diagnosticated mental illness. Now, mental illness is not something that we should be scared to talk about. In years before, many people, or many generations before us, have teached us that mental health is like a taboo, especially here in Mexico, because our parents, our parents and their parents is not a topic that they prioritized. But with all the technology we have today and all the studies and all of the information that we have now, we realize that mental health is something very, very important for everyone, for everyone in order for them to succeed in their lives, whether it is professionally, in their interpersonal relationships, in their own lives, in their health, and many other topics. Now, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how my life relates to mental health. When I was in high school, I got diagnosticated with a hormonal imbalance that really made my mental health really made me struggle with my mental health because my hormones were all around. So I had to start taking a lot of different pills for different things because I also had insulin problems, and that made the chemistry of my brain struggle a lot. And I had to go to therapy and a lot of things. And if I hadn't done all of those things and I hadn't gotten all of those exams made and had all that apoyo from my doctors, I don't think I would be the person I am today. I would probably be very lacking of light and emotion and will to live and motivation. Because if we don't have all of these study mates and we don't have all of this apoyo from all of the people around us, it can really make us struggle and not want to be anything at all. It can make us just want to stay at home and not want to move and don't want to get up from bed, and it makes everything hurt and you don't want to think about anything else that ever exists. You just want to be in bed and you don't want to even open your eyes. But when you get all of the, ¿cómo se dice apoyo en inglés? When you get all of the support from all of the people that you need it from, you can really become a person again. If you take the pills you're supposed to take, if you get the help you're supposed to get, if you start exercising, eating healthy, you can become a person again and you can start enjoying life again. And that is something that I lived through. And it's something that I can recommend to you, that if you're going through a hard time, that you really need to seek help, because life is beautiful. You are always learning. Every day you learn something new, and you're here for a reason, even if you don't believe it. And if you're going through a tough time, it is very easy to seek help and to get out of that tough time. But one of the most important things I learned is that even if you don't love yourself and you don't like yourself and you look in the mirror and you don't like what you see, you need to get up and go to the gym and eat healthy and eat fruits and eat vegetables so you can start feeling good again. Because it is okay when something happens to you to pause for a little bit and feel bad about it. But it's not okay to stay there for a long time because you're only doing damage to yourself. One thing that I did so that I could become a person again was I started riding horses. Horses are magical animals. They are majestic, and since they are like 500 kilograms and you are like 70 or 50 kilograms, it's like they absorb all of your bad energy and it doesn't affect them at all. If today I didn't do any sports and I didn't eat healthy and I would just stay at home and not want to think about anything, I would probably not be here on earth right now. And it's something that it is very hard to talk about, and that it is very important for people to know that it is okay and that you can get out of the rough patch that you're being in if you just think that there is a future for you and that you are really here for a reason. Mental health is a taboo, and even if your parents, I have a lot of friends that have gone through the same issue that I have, that our parents don't believe in psychiatrists or psychologists, and especially institutions like here in the Tech of Monterrey that you have doctors for free. You can go to a nutritionist for free and they can give you a diet for the different types of issues that you have. If you have resistance to insulin, if you have starts of diabetes, if you have diabetes, they can give you a diet for that, and they can teach you how to take care of your body. And that is what is amazing about these types of institutions, that they give you the help you need for free in case your parents don't want to give you that type of support. They also have psychologists. They don't have psychiatrists because psychiatrists medicate you. And that is also something very important, that some parents, because of what they got taught by their parents, don't believe in medication. And medication, even though it is a very delicate problem or delicate topic, it is important because mental illness is not something like, oh, I feel bad, I'm gonna feel sad today and I'm just going to not do anything. Or I feel super angry and that is what I'm going to feel all day. No, it's a chemical imbalance of the brain. It's not something you can control. So that's why people who are diagnosticated with mental illness need to get medicated because the other process is very hard. When I got diagnosticated with, well, I didn't get diagnosticated. When I first went to a psychologist, my psychologist told me that I probably had borderline personality disorder. Borderline personality disorder is a disorder where one day you don't see grace. You can only see black or white. It's like I'll do it or I won't do it. I feel good, I don't feel good. And that is all that you feel. You don't feel any of the grace in the middle. But my parents didn't believe in medication. So I never got medicated, and instead of solving my problem of borderline personality disorder in a lapse of 1 year, it took me 4 years of therapy in order for me to finally feel like I was alive again. So that is something that even if you think that you don't have the help, you can go to a psychologist that will direct you to a psychiatrist, and there are many psychiatrists that you don't need to go in the consult will you will have to pay like 2,000 pesos. There are psychiatrists that are just starting, that even though it's a little bit different, but you just gotta believe that they will help you in the way you need, that are like 1,000 pesos or something like that. With the inflation of Mexico, there is not any way that it can be cheaper. But I think that if we are all here right now, we can all pay like a consult of 1,000 pesos every 2 weeks in order to help our mental health. That is a topic that I wanted to talk to you about, and in conclusion, I just wanted to tell you that if you're going through a rough patch, whether it is because your parents are being really hard on you, or you're going through an economic rough patch, or you're going through a sentimental rough patch where you just broke up with your boyfriend or girlfriend, or you just feel really alone even though you aren't, you gotta wake up and understand that there is a future for you, and it's only rough patches, and life is really nice, and you have up peaks and you have downhills, and healing is not linear. And so one day you will feel really good and one day you will feel really bad, and it's okay. Thank you.